Talking about legendary creatures who were so big that they looked like a floating island, the creature that instantly comes into our mind is the Kraken, right? That extremely huge octopus who was able to flip large ships with his tentacles gives really dangerous and kinda cool vibes. But do you know that there's another monster that lives in the same sea as Kraken without any fear? The only thing is that this creature is known to only a few people. This creature is known as Lusca. Not only its name, but this creature is also too weird. Hailing from the Caribbean Sea, Lusca is so massive that it's described as being as large as a small island. If you were to see this monster from the sea surface, you would definitely mistake it for an extremely huge megalodon, as this monster had a shark-like body. But don't think anyone can gang up on this monster because only its upper body looked like a shark. Beneath that was the body of a giant octopus. It had tentacles each spanning up to 20 to 30 feet or more. But that's not all. Lusca is also said to have the ability to change color, which allowed it to blend seamlessly into its surroundings. But what makes Lusca truly unique is its hybrid appearance. So, you might be wondering, where did this legend come from? Well, as I've said earlier, it hails from the Caribbean Sea, and it also originates from the Caribbean folklore, particularly in the Bahamas and other island nations. For generations, fishermen and sailors have shared stories of encounters with this monstrous creature, describing its massive size and strength. Nevertheless, some also satiated its hunger by becoming its prey. Despite the debate on whether Lusca was real or not, its legend has become an integral part of Caribbean folklore. And not to mention that things do happen, but with time, people forget about it because of their busy lives, resulting in newer generations not knowing about it. And when they hear stories like that from those who remember it, they most likely end up thinking of it as an exaggerated or something fictional. Well, that was Lusca's appearance and its origin. Now, let's come to its strength. As I've said, it lived in the same sea as the super famous legendary creature Kraken. While Kraken dominated the North Atlantic Sea, Lusca can be called the king of the Caribbean Sea. However, things take a strong turn if we begin comparing it to Kraken. While Kraken's massive size and strength might give it an initial advantage, Lusca's agility and speed might allow it to outmaneuver and evade attacks. And not to mention that Kraken is said to be 75 to 120 feet long, while Lusca can grow up to 200 feet long. Can you imagine what will happen when these two creatures face off in an epic battle? Kraken, with its massive tentacles, might try to drag Lusca underwater. But Lusca, with its shark-like teeth and similarly massive tentacles, might counterattack and strike at Kraken's vulnerable tentacles. Additionally, Kraken's slow movements might make it an easier target for Lusca's quick attacks, and its vulnerable tentacles could be a weak point that Lusca could exploit. So if there were a battle among them, Lusca would have an absolute victory thanks to its unique combination of strength, agility, and intelligence, which is enough to take down the mighty Kraken, unless the Kraken decides to face Lusca's child. Jokes aside, the legend of Lusca is really full of mysteries and wonders. And whether or not you believe in sea monsters, one thing is certain: the ocean's depths are home to some of the most incredible creatures on the planet that we still don't know about.